Yeah, so really pleased that we've got 18 recruits, new recruits who are in their 5th week with us. They're due to graduate on the 18th of December. I've met with them a couple of times, and I'm really impressed with their enthusiasm and their dedication. I mean, clearly I see them doing their physical fitness and their marching in the morning here. But they're really growing as a team, and receiving positive reports from our training instructors. So, the message from me is I wish them every success through their recruits course. I look forward to our continuing engagement with them and welcome them to Cayman Islands Fire Service.
Well, they have 18 weeks of training to go through. We're actually in the 5th week now, and it comprises of theoretical work and practical work. For a typical day, we have foot drills, normally for about half an hour in the morning. Mr. Carson Ebanks conducts those drills with them. And then they have PT, physical training.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, firework, 1.
And we do stretches, we do different exercises, and then we have normally a 1.5 mile run. Each week we up the run by 1 lap. So this week they're doing 6 laps. Next week they'll do 7, and so on. The highest we'll go is 8 laps. And they have a set time to do it in. So for instance, this week with the 6 laps, they have 15 minutes to cover it in. And then next week now they'll have 7 and another set time for them to cover it in. And that's pretty much a typical day of what they go through. They have, once they finish all of this, then they're going to take their shower and they come into class. If we have an exam for that morning, we do the exam. If not, then we just cover whatever chapter is to be covered in that day for the book. Fire behavior, you have medias, which is like foam, not media, but media like foam, water, and those kind of stuff that you would use to extinguish a fire extinguishers. Building construction, not how to build a building, but the materials that a building is made out of, how they react with water or with fire, with water, and that sort of stuff is some of the typical of what they cover. They have vehicular accidents training. They have the breathing apparatus training, which is the BA that we wear on the back to go into the smoke. And all of the PT that they're covering throughout the time that they're doing is a build-up for them to go do the BA training. If they're not physically fit to do the PT, they will not make it through the BA training. So that's why we try to push them hard in this part of it to build them up for the BA training. For the most part, they'll make it. They'll make it. So yeah, I think that's again, I think that would be a good start for a good fire officer. You pretty much an all-rounder. Yeah.
I do track and field, and I'm a national athlete. I run for the country. I always thought of that as putting Cayman on the map, but I always wanted to give back to the community, and I felt like saving lives and protecting property, it would be something that would be given back to the community. So that's mainly the reason why I decided to join the fire service. Okay, so before I joined fire services, I worked at First Caribbean Bank. I was a customer service representative. I still train, I do track and field. I also been doing my bachelor's in graphic design online, and I'm still doing it, even though because I'm in training, it takes a lot of time, so I kind of put it on hold for now. But after we graduate, that's when I'll get back on to finishing my bachelor's degree.
I decided to join the Cayman Islands Fire Service because it was my mom's passion. Unfortunately, she passed, but it was my mom's passion to be a firefighter, and also I come from a family of frontline workers, so in a sense is me giving back to my community. What I've enjoyed is just it's being the only girl and being having a brotherhood. And so I know there's people who will motivate me through this process and who I can call on. What I'm most looking forward to is the smokehouse. I really want to get in. Even though I'm kind of nervous to do it, I just want to get in, feel the experience, and know what it's like to be on the outside in real situations. The only surprise I've had is like meeting a lot of my family members that I didn't know of in the service. So that would be my biggest surprise.
Well, initially, I always wanted to join the fire service since I was 16 years old. I always wanted to give back to the community, so this is one of the ways I can sort of give back to the community. Well, before I started here, I was working at the Cayman areas as a customer service representative. I also spend most of my time as a recreational scuba diver, and that's how I spend most of my time besides working. So far, I enjoy the training, the physical aspect of the training, because it is an important aspect of the training, because it is an objective for us to be physically fit before we enter the fire structures. It could help us progress as well in our physical course as well. I look forward to actually fighting my first fire structure, also getting a bond with most of the employees here. I'm looking forward also to build a brotherhood and sisterhood with the fire service, as we're all, amongst each other, helping each other out every day. So. The aviation section is one of the aspects I wanted to join because, of course, I am a fan of aviation as well. So it would be pretty cool to take part in the aviation section.
Pretty much, I never knew a lot of these folks here, and being able to get to know them, creating bonds, and it's like a brotherhood we're creating, and a sisterhood too, because we have a girl here. So that's something that means a lot to me, because, well, I have brothers and sisters, but to have this much, it really does mean a lot to me, and know that like they have my back and I'll always have their back. Getting closer as a family, that's one. Definitely, we haven't like went into the smokehouse yet, so like I'm excited and nervous to go inside because I don't know what to expect. Even though I may be physically fit, like that's what people may say, but it still plays a lot on me because anything can happen. So that is like something that like I'm eager to get done with my team too.
So far, they have been performing pretty good. They've been performing pretty good so far. Some of them, the first time I actually did any serious form of PT is since they've been here. So you got to build them up. Each week we just gradually build them up each week to get them to where we want them, where we need them, and hopefully at the end of the day they'll maintain it and continue with the lifestyle. But that's their choice at the end of the day. We just do what we have to do for the 18 weeks that they're here to have them enter the physical shape that we need them for when we start to do the training at the training ground.